What's up, y'all? It's Alex. Alright, it's our chemistry project, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I interviewed a guy with the hazardous materials.
You know what I'm saying? Hope, guys. Alright.
I'm CM Withers here at Luke Air Force Base. Currently working hazmat. Give you a little background about the hazmat training. You have to be RCRA certified to handle hazmat here at Luke. It is a requirement by Maricopa County. There is hazmat one-on-one training that you can take. It's kind of boring, but you know, it's very much needed because if you don't have the proper training, you will cost yourself and the base some fines here in Maricopa County when you're inspected if you're not doing things the proper way. Some of the pros and cons of the job are, you know, it's really fun because you learn a lot. The bad thing is, if you do mess up, you can end up incurring a fine, which means something as simple as disposing a chemical the wrong way. Throwing it in a trash can is not always the right answer. You can be fined for throwing it away if it's not in the proper shape. The salary for the job is roughly about like $2,900 an hour. The need in the civilian world is very high. You have to have the training. You can get in the military, you can get in the civilian world. Because you have to do it the right way. That's why they need a sign, and that's why hazmat is important. If you don't take it serious. Okay, and the relationship between chemistry and this job currently it's really important to know how the chemicals are going to react and what's going to react, what the reaction is going to entail, because if you mix a chemical the wrong way and you don't have the proper breathing apparatus, or you don't have the proper eye protection, or even the proper clothing on, you can get burned from the chemical. You can expose yourself to a very deadly cloud of a chemical. Composition is off, and therefore it harm you by breathing in the fumes or something. So it's very important to know the chemistry of the chemicals. A lot of times it comes with the training. You can always refresh if you're behind on your chemistry, if you're not familiar with the chemical. So it's important to make sure you know the chemical breakdown, know the safety, know the MSDS for the chemical, because if you do run into a problem with a chemical reacting the wrong way, you want to know how to get the chemical reverted back to its original state or neutralized the chemical at that same time. So it's very important to pay very close attention when you're dealing with the chemical and the chemical makeup of them.
All right.
I'll show you a couple of chemicals that we deal with. A couple of chemicals that we deal with on a daily basis. Some adhesives that we deal with. Once again, two-part chemical. You definitely want to pay attention to how you're mixing it, because if you're hurting someone or hurting somebody later on when they're trying to check on the actual work that you did, because you can bring in the wrong chemical. And these are like some electro washes, cleaning. Once again, PPE, as you can see, very dangerous. But these are some of the chemicals that we use. Show you some more chemicals. And these are some more chemicals that we use. Once again, we do a lot of adhesives, gluing on the aircraft, which two-part chemical. And we also have like lubricants that are used specifically, like dealing with the chemical makeup of this petroleum works well with JP8 fuel that we use on the aircraft. So this is used to lubricate O-rings that are going to come in contact with JP8. Once again, it's very important to know the chemistry of this particular chemical, because it will not break down the part, and the JP8 will break this down and won't interfere with the aircraft and its flying. And moving on, some more adhesives that we use and lubricants. Loctites. You deal with a lot of nuts and bolts. It's very important to know that the actual chemical that you need to Loctite the bolt on. Another Loctite. This one's purple. Chemical makeup of this is different from this green one. Obviously, the colors are different. Knowing which one is very important. And we have household super glue. works on everything. And moving on, would you like to check out the MSDS?
Yes.
And these are our MSDS books. We currently keep them at the front of the support section. If you ever have a problem when you're working with a chemical, you can always come up here. And you can find the part like that. So it makes it easier for in a page and immediately go to what the procedures are in terms of this is a chemical I have. Well, who do I need to call? If you get the chemical like in your clothing and it's burning, you can automatically have someone call in, and you can automatically start looking through the MSDS and find out what the procedures are to first aid, to get the chemical out of your clothing, your eyes, or out of your skin. It makes it convenient having it in one location. If someone gets into trouble, they know in our shop location, the books are here. First place you want to go is here, get the book, dial 911. And a lot of times the chemicals are broken down into categories dealing with the chemical makeup from the chemical. It's going to react to your first aid. So knowing the first aid, knowing how it's going to react to like some of your first aid procedures is going to help you better assist the person that's actually subdued by the chemical. So once again, it's very important to know the chemical makeup of the chemical and how it's going to react before you treat it. And moving on from here,
Using chemistry and its chemicals to help make this plane fly.
This the record that my backpack underground fans get to skipping. Back, Southern Town fans get to tipping.